Chosen ones. What I'm about to share may surprise you, even shock you if you're watching this video right now. It's not by coincidence. God has led you here because something powerful is about to unfold in your life. A love is coming into your world that will change everything. Yes, you heard me right. The kind of love you've been yearning for, the love you've been praying for, is no longer just a distant hope. It is moving into your reality in ways you could never have imagined. This is more than just an emotional connection. It's a divine, transformative love that will elevate your life to new heights. As a chosen one, you're about to experience a love that will shift the very essence of your being, and things are going to start falling into place in ways that will leave you speechless. But you must understand how this love works, so you can align with its powerful energy and fully embrace this transformation. Before we dive into this life-changing message, take a moment to pause this video and do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 5,000 subscribers, and leave a comment 99. This will send a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of this video. And remember, if you are truly a chosen one, you will watch this video until the end, because deep down your spirit already knows this message is for you. If you're not ready to receive this truth, you might not make it to the end. But for those who do, your life and your heart will never be the same. Now let's get into it. A love that will change. Everything is on its way to you for the chosen Chen ones. The struggle in relationships often begins with their own internal battle. The very qualities that set them apart, high standards, ambition, and a spiritual mission, can also create walls that keep others at arm's length. People may admire your strength, but the intensity of your purpose can overwhelm those around you. Your inner drive may make it hard to find someone who can match your energy without feeling threatened or inadequate. In addition, the chosen ones often face immense expectations. These expectations don't just come from others, they come from within. The need to stay true to your mission can sometimes push love and connection to the back burner. Your purpose becomes so consuming that it can feel like there's little room left for anything else. This can lead to frustration and loneliness, as love feels like an afterthought rather than a priority. But the true challenge lies in understanding that while love might not always come easily, it is still possible. The key is in finding a partner who respects and aligns with your mission. Someone who doesn't just accept your uniqueness, but celebrates it. When you meet this person, love becomes a partnership that supports both of your highest aspirations. High standards are often a double-edged sword for the chosen ones. On one hand, they are a reflection of your deep sense of self-worth, and the high bar you set is a testament to your dedication to personal growth and spiritual excellence. You know what you deserve and are unwilling to settle for anything less. This is admirable. It protects your heart from shallow connections and helps you remain true to your higher purpose. However, these high standards can also serve as a barrier to love. You may find yourself constantly searching for someone who meets all your criteria, someone who shares your passion, intellect, and vision for the future. But the reality is, no one is perfect. By setting the bar too high, you might inadvertently push away someone who, although imperfect, could still offer the kind of love and companionship you truly need. The key to overcoming this is learning to embrace imperfection. While it's important to maintain your standards, it's also essential to remain open to the nuances of love. Sometimes the person who may not seem perfect on paper is exactly what you need in your life. True love often grows through understanding, compromise, and mutual respect, not rigid expectations. For the chosen ones, the pursuit of perfection is often more than just a personal goal. It becomes an obsession, whether it's in your career, your spiritual journey, or your personal growth. The desire to be perfect can dominate every aspect of your life. You might feel like there is always more to achieve, more to refine, more to prove. But this quest for perfection can be exhausting, especially in relationships. When you apply this perfectionist mindset to love, you may find yourself overanalyzing every interaction, doubting every word, and scrutinizing every moment. This can make it difficult to truly connect with your partner, as you might be too focused on whether everything is just right rather than enjoying the authenticity of the connection. The constant pressure to be perfect can also create an emotional distance, making your partner feel like they're always falling short of your expectations. The key to navigating this is accepting that perfection doesn't exist in love. The beauty of relationships lies in their messiness, their unpredictability, and their capacity for growth. Embracing imperfections allows you to cultivate a love that is real, raw, and deeply transformative. A chosen one's purpose is their driving force, but it can also create a powerful tension in relationships. Your sense of purpose often means that you're highly focused and determined, sometimes to the exclusion of everything else. You may devote yourself to a cause, a mission, or a vision that feels larger than life, but in doing so, you might inadvertently push your partner away, as they may feel like they are competing for your attention with something far bigger than themselves. This singular focus can lead to misunderstandings, as your partner may feel neglected or unimportant. They may wonder why they don't seem to matter as much as your purpose. The imbalance between your mission and the relationship can create feelings of frustration or isolation for both parties. To remedy this, it's important to find balance. While your purpose will always be a central part of your life, love requires attention, patience, and understanding. By dedicating time to nurture the relationship, you create space for your partner to support your mission rather than feel overshadowed by it. Chosen ones often attract individuals who drain them emotionally, whether intentionally or unintentionally. These relationships can leave you feeling exhausted, empty, and spiritually depleted. Whether it's a friend, family member, or romantic partner, emotional drainers can deplete your energy, leaving you with little left to give. This happens because chosen ones tend to give so much of themselves. Your love is unconditional, your compassion boundless. But this very capacity to love can sometimes be exploited by those who seek to take without giving in return. Emotional drainers often lack the self-awareness to recognize the toll they take, leaving you to carry their emotional burdens. The key to protecting your energy is setting clear boundaries. You have every right to say no when someone's energy is depleting you. Learning to prioritize your own well-being is essential, and surrounding yourself with individuals who uplift and empower you will ensure that your energy remains intact. There are times when people are drawn to you not because they genuinely care, but because they seek to exploit your kindness, your energy, or your resources. These individuals often disguise their motives under the veil of affection or friendship, but deep down, their intentions are far from pure. Recognizing toxic motives is crucial to preserving your emotional health and ensuring that you don't give more than you're receiving. Toxic relationships often begin subtly. You might feel the need to constantly accommodate others, sacrificing your own needs. In the process, over time, you might start to feel resentful, but not quite understand why. The truth is, these individuals feed off your energy without offering anything in return, leaving you feeling emotionally bankrupt. The solution lies in trust. Trusting your intuition and your ability to recognize when something feels off. Stay grounded in your values and don't be afraid to walk away from relationships that drain you. True love isn't about giving until there's nothing left. It's about mutual support, respect, and growth. Independence is one of the most defining qualities of the chosen one. You are self-sufficient, capable of standing on your own 2 feet, and you value your autonomy above all else. But while independence is a gift, it can also create a barrier in relationships. Partners might feel that they are being kept at arm's length because you don't seem to need them. Your self-sufficiency can unintentionally communicate that you don't require anyone, which can create feelings of inadequacy in others. The challenge here is not to abandon your independence, but to strike a balance between being self-sufficient and being emotionally available, the right partner will support your independence while also providing the companionship, affection, and connection you crave. By opening up to the possibility of shared vulnerability, you can create a relationship where both partners maintain their individuality while also growing together in love. While independence is an essential part of who you are, emotional connection is equally vital in a relationship. As a chosen one, you may find yourself reluctant to rely on anyone else for emotional support. You might feel like asking for help is a sign of weakness, or that you should be able to handle everything on your own. But love isn't about handling everything alone. It's about building a connection where both partners offer support in times of need. The tension between self-sufficiency and emotional connection often arises when one partner feels neglected, while the other feels overburdened. Finding balance requires learning to open up, even when it feels uncomfortable. It's okay to need someone to lean on them when times are tough. Emotional intimacy is not a weakness. It's the foundation of any lasting relationship. When you embrace vulnerability and allow yourself to be supported, you invite a deeper, more meaningful connection that nourishes both your spirit and your heart. As a chosen one, it's easy to feel like you have to compromise your standards in relationships. Especially when loneliness creeps in. The desire for connection can sometimes make you question whether your expectations are too high or if you're being too selective. This can lead to the temptation to settle for a relationship that doesn't quite match your soul's desires, just to avoid being alone. However, compromising your standards can have serious consequences. When you lower your vibration to meet someone else's, you risk entering a relationship that doesn't truly align with who you are over time. This can leave you feeling unfulfilled, drained, and disconnected from your true self. It's crucial to remember that your standards are a reflection of your worth, and by lowering them, you diminish your own value and potentially attract relationships that are misaligned with your true essence. True love never requires you to lower your standards. It asks you to honor your worth and remain aligned with your higher self. The right partner will rise to meet you where you are, never asking you to settle for less than you deserve. Spiritual integrity is one of the most important aspects of being a chosen one. Staying true to your spiritual beliefs, your values, and your authentic self creates an invisible magnet that attracts those who resonate with your essence. When you stay aligned with your spiritual path, the love you attract will be grounded in mutual respect, understanding, and authenticity. It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the world, especially when you feel pressured to conform to societal norms or expectations. But when you stay true to who you are, you send out an energy that speaks volumes. Those who are aligned with your higher purpose will be drawn to you. Love built on spiritual integrity doesn't require compromise. It requires mutual respect for each other's growth and truth. When you commit to walking your path with integrity, you create space for the kind of love that uplifts, inspires, and nourishes. The right partner will be one who supports your spiritual journey and encourages you to become the fullest version of yourself. The love of a chosen one is unlike any other. It is deep, unconditional, and powerful. When you love with every fiber of your being without hesitation or reservation. This kind of love transcends surface-level affection. It is a love that heals, that empowers, and that transforms. However, the intensity of your love can sometimes be overwhelming. People may struggle to understand the depth of your feelings or the extent to which you are willing to give. This can lead to confusion or even fear in potential partners who may be unaccustomed to such an all-encompassing connection. Your love is a gift, but it also requires someone who can embrace its power without feeling overwhelmed by it. The key to navigating this intense love is finding someone who can reciprocate in kind. The right partner will not only appreciate the depth of your affection, but will also meet you at the same level of vulnerability and openness unconditional. Love is a powerful force, and when shared with the right person, it has the ability to change everything for many chosen ones. Giving love comes naturally, but receiving love can be much more challenging. You are so accustomed to offering unconditional love to others that you may feel uncomfortable or undeserving when the love is directed toward you. This is often rooted in a belief that you must always be the giver, never the receiver. However, love is meant to flow both ways for a relationship to thrive. It must be built on reciprocity, where both partners give and receive in equal measure. Learning to receive love is an essential part of the healing process, as it allows you to replenish your own energy and experience the joy of being cared for in return. When you allow yourself to receive love, you open yourself up to deeper connection and emotional intimacy. It is not a sign of weakness to accept love. It is a testament to your worth and an acknowledgement that you deserve to be cherished just as much as you cherish others. The chosen one often carries a burden of uniqueness, exceptional qualities, talents, and abilities that set you apart from others. While these gifts are something to be proud of, they can also create a sense of isolation. People may feel intimidated or even threatened by your uniqueness, and this can make it difficult to form close connections. It's not always easy to find people who truly understand or appreciate your gifts. Many may admire your strength, intelligence, or spiritual depth, but they may also feel insecure or inadequate in comparison. This dynamic can lead to feelings of loneliness, as it seems like no one can truly meet you at your level. However, your uniqueness is not something to hide or downplay. It is a part of who you are, and it is what makes you powerful. When you find someone who truly sees you, someone who embraces your exceptional qualities rather than feeling threatened by them, you will experience a love that is rich, deep, and transformative. At the heart of every chosen one's journey is the quest for the right love. The kind of love that will not only support you, but will also transform your life in ways you never imagined. The right partner is not someone who completes you. They are someone who complements you, who challenges you, and who encourages you to grow. When you find the right person, everything shifts. Your purpose becomes clearer, your passion more intense, and your soul more aligned with the universe. Love becomes a catalyst for transformation, driving you toward your highest potential and creating a partnership that feels both divinely guided and deeply fulfilling. The right love isn't about finding perfection. It's about finding someone who accepts you at your most authentic, who values your spiritual journey, and who is willing to grow alongside you. This love is not just a relationship. It is the foundation upon which everything else in your life is built, and it will change everything. Sure, here are 10 additional attractive headings with detailed and emotionally resonant paragraphs to expand the depth of the content. These will continue to explore themes of the chosen one and the transformative nature of love, while incorporating a human touch and emotional richness. For the chosen one's past wounds can often feel like chains that bind you, preventing you from fully embracing the love you deserve, whether it's from childhood trauma, previous relationships, or emotional scars. These experiences can create deep fears and hesitations around love. The weight of your past might cause you to question your worthiness or leave you feeling untrusting of others. These unresolved wounds can create walls that make it difficult to form the deep connections you long for. Healing these wounds is not an easy journey, but it is necessary. If you want to create space for the kind of love that transforms, it requires a willingness to confront your past, acknowledge the pain, and begin the process of emotional recovery. This process might involve therapy, self-reflection, or simply time and patience with yourself as you heal, understanding that your past doesn't define you and doesn't have to determine your future relationships is crucial. The act of healing is a powerful reclamation of your power. Once you release the emotional baggage of your past, you make room for love that is not tainted by old fears and limiting beliefs. True love thrives in an environment where you are no longer weighed down by the ghosts of yesterday, but instead are open to new, more authentic experiences. This liberation allows you to give and receive love in a way that is free, full, and unburdened. As you heal, you start to see yourself in a new light. You realize that you are worthy of love that respects your spirit and aligns with your purpose. This shift will draw the right people into your life, those who honor your past, but love you for who you are today. It's this kind of love that has the power to change everything. The relationships you form are often mirrors reflecting the state of your inner world. If you are filled with self-doubt or fear, you might attract partners who mirror those feelings, leading to toxic or unbalanced dynamics. On the other hand, when you are at peace with yourself and aligned with your highest truth, you are more likely to attract a partner who reflects that sense of inner harmony and strength. The energy you project into the world directly influences the kind of relationships you draw to you. This mirror effect goes beyond just attracting the right person. It also highlights the aspects of yourself that you might need to address in order to create healthier relationships. For example, if you continually attract people who are emotionally unavailable, it might be worth exploring whether you are also avoiding emotional intimacy or not fully allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Your relationships, whether positive or negative, serve as feedback for the areas of your life that require growth. The good news is that by changing your inner dialogue and focusing on your self-worth, you can shift the energy you send out into the world as you work on healing past wounds. Embracing self-love and nurturing your spiritual growth, the relationships you attract will mirror these positive changes. This mirror effect is a powerful tool for transformation. It teaches you that everything begins within. When you recognize this connection between your inner world and your relationships, you get a profound sense of control over your love life. By nurturing your emotional health, you can transform your relationships from being mere reflections of your fears to becoming authentic partnerships based on mutual respect, love, and growth. For the chosen one's love isn't just about companionship. It's about building a sacred partnership that aligns with a shared purpose. When two people come together with a mutual sense of mission, their love becomes a powerful force that can drive both of them toward greater heights. It's not just about being in love, it's about working together to manifest something meaningful in the world. This kind of love requires deep alignment between both individuals. It's not enough to just have chemistry or shared interests. The relationship must also be based on a shared sense of values, vision, and purpose. Whether your shared mission is spiritual, professional, or personal, a partnership that is rooted in a common goal has the power to elevate both people in ways they could never achieve alone. The beauty of a sacred partnership is that it allows each person to fully express their authentic self while also working towards something greater. It creates a space where both individuals can evolve and grow together, supporting each other through challenges and triumphs. Love, in this context, becomes a tool for personal transformation and collective growth. When you find a partner with whom you share a deep sense of purpose, you experience a love that is not only fulfilling on a personal level, but also enriching on a spiritual level. This sacred partnership becomes a force for change, not just in your lives, but in the world around you as a chosen one. It's easy to want to control every aspect of your life, especially when it comes to relationships. You might have a clear idea of what your ideal partner looks like, or the way you think your love life should unfold, but love doesn't always follow a predictable path. In fact, the most profound and transformative experiences often come from surrendering to the unknown. Surrendering to love means letting go of rigid expectations and opening yourself to the possibility of something unexpected and extraordinary. It's about trusting that the universe has a plan for you, even if you can't always see it. Sometimes the love you need is not the one you thought you wanted, but it's the one that will push you to grow, to evolve, and to discover parts of yourself you didn't even know existed. When you allow yourself to surrender to love you, release the need for control and embrace the beauty of uncertainty. This doesn't mean being passive or complacent. It means trusting that love will unfold in its own time and in its own way. Through this trust, you invite the kind of love that brings you joy, freedom, and deep fulfillment. The joy that comes from surrendering to love is unlike any other. It's a joy that arises from the willingness to let go of fear and control, and to embrace the mystery of the journey. When you surrender, love becomes a force of liberation, filling your life with unexpected blessings and a sense of divine harmony. Insecurities are a natural part of being human, and for the chosen ones, these fears can often feel amplified by the weight of your unique path. You may fear that you're too different, too intense, or too much for someone to handle. These fears can create deep walls around your heart, making it difficult to allow love in. But love, when approached with trust and vulnerability, has the power to heal even the deepest insecurities. Love doesn't ask you to be perfect. It asks you to be authentic. I see. When you find someone who sees you for who you truly are, someone who accepts your flaws, celebrates your strengths, and loves you unconditionally, it has the power to dissolve the insecurities that once held you back. In this space of love, you are free to be yourself without the fear of judgment or rejection. The healing power of love lies in its ability to offer acceptance and reassurance. When you're with someone who genuinely loves you, you begin to see yourself in a new light. Your perceived flaws no longer define you. Instead, they become part of your story, pieces of the puzzle that make you uniquely you. As you open yourself to the love that heals, you will notice a profound shift. Within, the fear that once held you captive begins to fade, replaced by a sense of freedom and self-empowerment. Love, when given and received openly, becomes the antidote to insecurity, unlocking the fullness of who you are. There's an undeniable truth about love. It arrives when the time is right. For many chosen ones, this can be one of the hardest lessons to learn. You may feel like you're ready for love, eager to share your heart, but it seems elusive. You may struggle with impatience or doubt, wondering why the right person hasn't appeared in your life yet. But divine timing is a crucial part of the journey. Love can't be forced or rushed. It comes when both you and your future partner are aligned, when you're both ready to offer the kind of love that transcends surface-level affection. Until that moment arrives, it's important to trust the timing of your life and the universe. Every experience, every challenge, and every relationship along the way is preparing you for the love that is meant for you. Trusting in divine timing means letting go of the need to control when or how love enters your life. It requires patience, faith, and the understanding that love will come when you are truly ready, not just in the way you expect, but in the way you need. When the right person finally arrives, you will understand why everything happened the way it did. Love that arrives in divine timing is always the most profound, because it aligns perfectly with your journey and your soul's deepest desires. Trust the process. It's unfolding exactly as it should. Heartbreak is one of the most painful experiences anyone can go through. For the chosen ones, it can feel especially difficult to open your heart. After having been hurt in the past, the emotional scars from previous relationships can create walls that prevent you from embracing new love, leaving you with doubts, fears, and hesitations. However, the courage to love again is one of the most powerful steps in reclaiming your heart. Each heartbreak carries with it valuable lessons about yourself and what you need in a relationship. While it's painful to revisit those emotions, doing so helps you heal and evolve into a stronger, more self-aware version of yourself. The key is to see past heartbreak not as a failure, but as a stepping stone to greater wisdom and emotional maturity. To love again, you must first forgive yourself and your past partners. Forgiveness frees your heart from the weight of resentment, allowing you to open yourself up to new possibilities. Love cannot thrive in an environment of bitterness or fear. It requires openness and vulnerability. When you gather the courage to love again, you invite new experiences into your life. Experiences that can bring you closer to the love that will truly transform you. Every step toward healing and opening your heart is a victory. You are no longer defined by past pain, but by the strength and resilience that allow you to embrace love once more. Before you can fully give love to another, you must first learn to love yourself. Self-love is not selfish, it is essential as a chosen one. You might spend much of your time focusing on the needs of others, whether it's helping people will grow, supporting your community, or fulfilling your spiritual mission. However, without nurturing yourself, you risk burnout and emotional depletion, leaving little to offer in return. Self-love means treating yourself with kindness, respect, and compassion. It means prioritizing your emotional health and making space for rest, reflection, and self-care. When you love yourself, you send out a vibration of worthiness that attracts the same kind of love from others. When you practice self-love, you also learn to set healthy boundaries. You recognize what you need to feel nourished, emotionally fulfilled, and spiritually aligned. This practice makes you more attuned to what you want in a partner and helps you attract someone who respects your needs. By nurturing your own heart and soul, you create a foundation for love that is not based on need or dependency, but on mutual respect and admiration. Self-love opens the door for a relationship that is balanced, fulfilling, and rooted in both self-awareness and deep connection.